My name is Tom Curren, and there are a lot of things that make me happy. Um, Surfing and music are really great things that are sort of happiness related, but mostly like family, friends. Peaceful kind of feeling is is really good to have. I tend to get anxious sometimes and think too much, and so I kind of I'm not happy all the time, or actually for the lifestyle that I'm able to maintain by traveling and really having a great opportunity to do a lot of things that I enjoy doing. I wouldn't describe myself necessarily as one of those people that you see that you go, oh, they just seem so happy. I don't know why, but it's just my personality. I think it's the feeling of a kind of an exhilarating feeling about being kind of tired physically, and yeah, just really taxed physically by, for surfing, it's pretty easy because it's very physical, and then music is, you can have a pretty exhausted kind of feeling at the end of a long set or something like that when you really put everything you have, into your, your show or whatever. So that to me would describe a happy kind of feeling. I think as humans we're sort of built to be pushed, in a lot of ways, and even though it's uncomfortable most of the time, or some of the time, and as humans, or I think any species have sort of an instinct to kind of conserve energy, because there'll be times later when your energy will be completely taxed. So there's like a thing going on where you want to conserve energy, but while doing that, you're not, able to release a lot of the kind of stress and tension, or thinking too much and that sort of thing. So basically, it's up to us to choose to go and work out, or that sort of thing. And a lot of times, I just personally don't feel like doing that, but after doing it, I feel a lot better. So and the same with, I think the same with music too, because we're doing a tour now, and we have to be ready to to play. And I got a great band traveling with me, and sometimes I just feel like going to the show, doing a sound check, doing the show, instead of constantly going over musical ideas and doing that. So I think we all kind of have to remind ourselves to to keep the attitude, keep a good attitude. The goal for me when it comes to playing in front of people is to give them something that that makes them feel good. And people go to a club, or they go out and they want to just, they don't want to think about the political issues of the day, or or the economy, or things like that. They want to just kind of lose themselves, I guess, in in a musical setting. And my songs are not all happy songs. So in fact, most of them have kind of maybe a slight melancholy aspect to them. So it's a bit difficult to kind of join those two ideas. But I think when the music's working and everybody on stage is locking together, and it's there's a lot of there's a lot of excitement playing rock music, I think, to play it, and if that excitement is working, and then that's contagious, I think. And and you really notice it when you feel like you're kind of trying to hear what's going on, and you're not sure, or you're not, the one part of a song where it's things don't click. It really is noticeable, and you know right away that the vibe isn't there. I personally like music that's happy, and that's I don't like music that's really downer personally. I like some of it just because of the quality of the song and the performance, but the I can think of a few songs. There's one song, there's one recording of Earth, Wind and Fire. It's called Gratitude. Amazing live performance, and you really can sense it's definitely a happy vibe. And then this is like in the 70s, I think, but I kind of look going back, and takes me a while. It takes me about a new artist coming up. It takes me about 10, 20 years to sort of get what they're doing already, and to make sure that it's not something that I like one day and not. So that's why I kind of go to, more historical music. I think Paul McCartney has a lot of, really good, kind of just happy style music, maybe. I mean, countless, really, artists that I enjoy. I prefer happy music. When you're a teenager, you can relate to more angry stuff, right? I think. So that's definitely true. So I like some angry music too. What can I say about you? For one, you make my dreams come true. See your face, sadness is gone without a trace. Speak your name, no other name is quite the same. Ain't no denying you lifted me up without even trying. Show me your smile, and I know it's gonna be alright. It's fun as I hold on tight. Knowing that you have been there from the very beginning. The world that I'm living in, filled with singing. All I got to give, for all you've done is my own heart feeling. Ain't no denying, you lifted me up without an even trying. Show me your smile, and I know it's gonna be alright. As long as I hold on tight. Yes, as long as I hold on. The song that I chose to play today is called As Long As, and it's on my new record, and the tempo is a little bit different on the record. This version that I just played is more of an up-tempo kind of version, so I think it's like a double time, so it actually is like a happy kind of tempo, which I think fits well. So and the lyrics are just, there's no there's no dark side to it, I think. So that's basically it. And it's just it's basically a declaration of a love. And simple, straightforward.
Mary, don't you weep. Tell Martha not to mourn. Mary, don't you weep. Tell Martha not to mourn. Pharaoh's army, they all got drowned in the Red Sea. Mary, don't you weep. Tell Martha not to mourn. Mary, don't you weep. Tell Martha not to mourn. If I could, I surely would stand up on the rock. I stand up like when Moses stood. 'Cause Pharaoh's army, they all gonna drown in the Red Sea. Listen now, Mary, don't you weep. Tell Martha not to mourn. Mary, don't you weep. Tell your sister not to mourn. Pharaoh's army, they all got drowned in the Red Sea.
Wow. I think, you know, surfing has been, you know, a big part of my life, obviously, and I've been, you know, working hard at it for many, many years, you know, since I was really little, but it's more of a passion. It's not like you know, I got to get out there and just work and get better, you know. So it's like something that it drives me in the same way with music, I think. And then, you know, there's a part of it that I'm just getting my jollies, you know. But there's also a part that, you know, I think I see in the ideas that I kind of write down. You know, you kind of feel like you're really exposed in a lot of ways. So, you know, you try to protect yourself a little bit, but you know, I guess songwriting is just like that. I'd rather not. I'd rather just be able to come up with song ideas that are really abstract and not too personal or whatever. So, I don't know what else. I think, I don't know. I mean, my mom gave me plenty of attention when I was little, so I don't think it's need for attention. You know, you want to make the best song. You know, the song it's got a definite structure, unless you're doing jazz or something where, you know, there's no structure or there's a different style of structure. So you just have the structure and the framework, and you try to have a fresh idea, get it done, and then try to record it, and then try to, you know, collaborate with the other guys in the band. And, you know, if the vibe is good, then the recording turns out good. And then it's really a matter of seeing how quickly you get tired of the song once you hear it again, you know, because then it goes through mixing, and then, you know, so you're hearing this music a lot. And so sometimes my experience for my music is like I get tired of what I'm doing, but then I like it later on, or sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't, you know. So but I think time is a real test of whether something is, you know, so-called valid or not. I think there are times when the song comes out just in such a way that you know you can't really mess with it too much, because you'll start to dilute everything and it'll just kind of lose its magic, you know. But the thing is, I think I I think about songwriting, and I'm starting to recognize when I think a song is actually done, you know, like ready, because it's simple, but it tells a little bit of a story maybe, but it actually, you know, it at the end of the written part, you know, it all kind of ties together, and you can't really go further with it, you know. But I mean, I'm learning, and I think I'm a just a huge fan of great songwriters, and I have a really high standard when it comes to that. So when I listen to what I do, I think it's all right, So and maybe later on I'll think, well, these 3 or 4 songs in my whole songwriting career were like that, but maybe. And so I'm pretty much very critical about what I do, and a lot of times I would like to just get the song done quick so we can play and then have fun playing the actual music.